this is such an interesting film. How familiar were you with truffle hunting prior to the role? I mean, I wasn't very familiar. I'd seen a King of the Hill episode where a pig starts tripping on mushrooms, but other than that, it was learned a lot from this.
That's a really funny. I haven't seen that episode. That's so funny. Well, I didn't know really anything about it until I read the script, and then now I think that I could like enter a truffle knowledge competition because I went, just completely uh, headfirst into the underground world of truffles, and I think I've read basically every book about truffles. Probably not every single one, but I read this the main jumping off point was this book called The Truffle Underground that was incredible and was basically the Sopranos for truffle hunting. And then I read Truffle Boy, which was like Catcher in the Rye, but about a young truffle hunter, about Ian Perkayasta, his book. And so I was very, very moved by those two books. And so then I just went deeper and deeper and deeper. And now, yeah, I know basically everything to when I go to the restaurant. I'm like, so what kind of truffles are these? Like,
Pig is very much a character study of Nicolas Cage's character, but you serve as such an important role, and you two have so much chemistry on screen that it's really fun to watch. Does your approach change when you're kind of that supporting character that is there to complement rather than to be the focus?
ouch. No, I'm just kidding. Interesting wording, but I uh, I don't know. I don't. It doesn't change. No.
Getting the shoot with Cage had to be incredible. He has so many great monologues during the film and does so many great speeches. Were you able to learn anything, working on Pig and shooting for learning from him?
Well, I mean, no. All jokes aside, with the joke of the last question, like I really was there to support him, and I really would not want it any other way. And I just did a couple interviews with him where I just became completely verklempt and was very emotional, just because Nick and I found each other at a time where I felt like we both really needed each other personally, and I was going through kind of a hard time, and I think he was too. And so we kind of came together at the beginning of this movie at just the perfect moment. But even more than that, part of the whole reason I'm even an actor is because of Nick. And he's always been my favorite actor since I was a kid. And, I remember seeing Family Man at a young age and it ruining my life, and Matchstick Men and Raising Arizona and Adaptation. I mean, I find him to be the most versatile, special, incredible actor. And then working with him, I didn't realize that someone could be so incredible and so singular and so um, raw, and yet be the most. He did something that no other actor's ever done. Where I've said this, but it felt like he threw out a rope and he pulled me in. He guided me through the scene. So by the end, all the angles were finished. I didn't even realize it was like it happened in a haze, because you just fall into this fugue state with him, no matter what. Because there's just not one moment of false. There's just no fraudulence with Nick. It's just all honest, raw feeling. It's even hard to talk about it or intellectualize it because the experience was so profound and once in a lifetime. I don't think I'll ever have a collaboration as exciting or as emotional as the one I have, and hopefully continue to have with Nick.
Yeah, that sounds incredible. And you're in a really interesting part of your career where Old and Pig are just releasing right after another. How exciting is it to, I mean, I'm sure doing double the press isn't as exciting, but how exciting is it, having these two films and they're both so good?
Oh, thank you so much. It's really, really exciting. They feel like two different parts of my life somehow. They seem like very so in some ways they feel super unrelated, like, and it, except for the fact that they're both coming out. So it does feel like I'm talking about two totally separate things. So it's hard. It's like odd. Everyone else sees them as kind of coupled together because they're coming out. But me, I'm like, wow, those are two different lifetimes. It's very funny.
Great. Thank you so much for your time today, Alex.
Thanks so much.